what are groups and what are segments? They're both ways to divide your main email list into smaller, more targeted audiences. And this matters because they can help increase your engagement levels, list health, conversion rates, and all around good stuff for your email marketing. In the next few minutes, you'll know exactly what groups and segments are, when and how to use them, and what to set up first if you're just starting to build out your list. Let's get into it. Groups are buckets that you control. You decide who goes in and you decide who comes out. They don't update automatically. And that means that the changes that are made to them are manually completed or triggered. You can add or remove subscribers yourself, have them added by filling out a form or as a step in an automation, or a particular action that you set up. You can think of them kind of like tags or labels that remain until you change them. Think of it like this. If you have a lead magnet, that could be like a free guide, a mini course, checklist, everyone who signs up through that form goes into a group that you've named for that lead magnet. You made that happen manually, and then you connected the form to the group. Here's what that looks like in MailerLite. Under subscribers, you'll see groups up in the tab bar here. Groups can be used with forms, landing pages, automations, products, subscriber imports, integrations, and campaigns. You can add subscribers to groups manually when you select Add Subscribers. When you do the import, whether you're importing from CSV or text file, copying, or adding a single subscriber, you'll have this option to add them to a group. You'll see here that since we were already in the Hiking Adventures group, it's pre-selected. But with any import, you can add subscribers to any group or groups that you would like to add them to. You can also add subscribers through a form. So if anyone completes a form, you can have it direct them to a group. You can see that here we have everyone here set to be added to this group, and you can edit which group you'd like the form to direct them to. We're also able to have subscribers added to groups through an automation, and there are several ways within the automation that you can have them added to a group. Show that they are first added to this automation by joining that group. You can also have several actions that you can use later on in the automation, where you can copy a subscriber to a group, you can move them to a group, or remove them from a group. The key thing here is that you are telling the system how to add someone to a group, or if they do take a certain action to move them to a group or remove them to a group. All of these things are happening because you set it up, or you're telling the system to do it. They're not happening automatically. To manually create a group, head over to Subscribers, click over to Groups, and then select Create Group. Segments are a bit different. A segment is a live filter based on information in a subscriber field or based on subscriber activity. These fields are information that you collect about your subscriber, like their name, location, date of birth, etc. With segments, you set the rules that would put a subscriber in or remove them from a particular segment. So things like opened at least one email in the last 30 days or clicked a specific link, and many other ways that they could interact with your newsletter or details like their sign-up date, location, and a lot more. The moment someone meets the condition you set, they're in the segment. And the moment that they don't, they're out. And you don't have to touch it once you set it up. Here in segments, you can see the conditions that will add or remove subscribers from the segment. This one, for example, is filtering for subscribers who have engaged in the last 30 days. If anyone has not opened an email or clicked within an email in the last 30 days, they would not be in this segment. Anyone who does perform that action would then be in this segment. When you create a segment, you're building a filter with conditions. This could be things like subscriber activity, group membership, sign-up date, custom fields, and you can also combine these however you need. You'll also notice these and the or options below. And means that your subscriber must meet every condition to fall into this segment, or means they only need to meet one of them. The more data you have about your subscribers, the more useful that your segments can become. There are many different ways that you can use groups or segments, and here are a couple of recommendations to get you started. Use groups to organize your list by subscriber interest or topic, and trigger automations based on a particular detail or interest that your subscriber has. For instance, your welcome sequence, your lead magnets or products, different audience types. Groups, they're structural. They're how you tell MailerLite, this person came through this door. And in that way, you can kind of think of them like tags. Use segments when you want to send targeted campaigns based on what your subscribers actually do, or in some cases, don't do. Like engaged subscribers, people who clicked a specific link, subscribers who've been on your list for more than 90 days, but never clicked anything. Segments let you get specific without having to do anything manually. So to recap, groups are manual buckets that you control. Segments are live filters based on behavior or fields. You set the rules once, and then they update automatically. If this helped, we'd love it if you could like and subscribe. We try to post these tutorials regularly and keep the content updated so that you always have the best info to help get your email list up and running. If you've got a question about groups or segments or anything else in your setup, drop it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.